Stoic Minimalism. How to live better with less. Have you ever stopped to think about how the excess of things, information, and commitments can take focus away from what truly matters? The truth is, in the rush of everyday life, many of us find ourselves caught in an endless cycle of buying, seeking new things and wanting more. But is having more truly the secret to a fulfilling and happy life? According to Stoicism, the answer is simple: no. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that originated in Greece and was developed by the Romans, has much to teach us about living a life of purpose and meaning, free from the need to accumulate unnecessary possessions and experiences. For the Stoics, the secret to a good life lies in the pursuit of virtue, self-sufficiency, and emotional control. And it's precisely this minimalist approach that makes Stoicism such a powerful guide to living better with less. In today's video, we'll dive into the principles of Stoic minimalism and discover how they can transform the way we see our possessions, our relationships, and our own purpose. If you want to simplify your life, find inner peace, and leave behind distractions that don't add value, then stick with me. To begin, let's understand what it means to live with less from the Stoic perspective. In the Stoic view, a person's true worth is not in their material possessions, but in their ability to cultivate virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These qualities, Stoics say, are the only true goods we possess, and they cannot be taken from us. Rather than seeking happiness in objects, the Stoic seeks happiness in their own character, actions, and ability to accept what cannot be changed. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic thinkers, used to say that it is not things that disturb us, but our opinions about things. This phrase teaches us a lot about detachment. When we see an object as essential to our happiness, we become dependent on it. But if we see it as merely a temporary, secondary good, we are free to focus on what truly matters. This detachment is a powerful way to practice minimalism. In Stoicism, detachment means letting go of the intense desire for possessions and focusing on what's within our control, our reactions, choices, and thoughts. Imagine, for instance, that you lose a valuable item. What causes more suffering? The loss of the object itself or the attachment we have to it? Often, our suffering comes from an unrealistic expectation that something external can fill an internal void. But the Stoics teach that true satisfaction comes from self-control and the wisdom to understand what we can and cannot change. Another essential aspect of Stoic minimalism is simplicity. The Stoics believe life should be lived with moderation and balance. For them, luxury and excess do not bring lasting happiness, but instead a kind of superficial satisfaction that fades over time. Seneca, another great Stoic, was wealthy but lived simply because he knew that material excess could corrode the soul and pull us away from our core values. For him, the important thing was not to live with nothing, but to live in such a way that abundance was not a necessity. By cultivating a simpler life without excess, we find time and energy for what truly matters. With fewer material distractions, there's room to invest in personal growth, meaningful relationships, and what gives our life meaning. Simplicity, in this sense, is liberating. So, how can we bring this simplicity into our daily lives? First, through conscious detachment. When you're about to buy something or consume more digital content, ask yourself, is this really necessary? Will this add something to my life? This reflection is a Stoic exercise of self-mastery and helps us avoid the traps of overconsumption. The Stoics encourage us to question our motivations and not let ourselves be swayed by the momentary desire to always have more. Another powerful way to practice Stoic minimalism is by simplifying our routine. The Stoics believe in the importance of having a clear purpose, focusing on the few things that truly matter, and dedicating ourselves to them with consistency. So, if you feel overwhelmed with tasks and responsibilities, it might be time to simplify your schedule, prioritizing what is truly essential and letting go of what doesn't contribute to your growth. However, practicing Stoic minimalism is not just about letting go of objects or commitments. It's also about simplifying our mind. The Stoic idea of ataraxia, or tranquility of the soul, is achieved by cultivating simple and objective thoughts. It's about not letting the mind get lost in unnecessary worries, and instead focusing on staying calm in the face of challenges. Practicing gratitude, for example, is a way to find peace amid difficulties and to appreciate what we already have instead of desiring what we lack. For the Stoic, minimalism is, above all, a state of mind. It is the ability to find contentment and satisfaction in what we already have, to live with what is sufficient, and to avoid the anguish of always wanting more. True wealth is not in the quantity of goods we accumulate, but in the freedom we feel when we live lightly, without the chains of insatiable desire. If we want to apply Stoic minimalism, we need to practice daily detachment from our emotional and mental excesses. Each time we cultivate patience, accept what is not in our hands, and feel grateful for what we have, we are living a bit more according to Stoic philosophy. We are choosing to live better with less. And now, how about bringing this lesson into your life? Maybe the next step to living better is precisely to simplify and focus on what truly matters. If you feel this message brought value, be sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. This helps the channel grow and motivates us to bring more content about philosophy and personal growth. Together, we can keep learning how to live a life with more purpose and less excess.